Losing myself and finding my strength, came to the conclusion that I want it all. Feeling that pressure of trying to do better. I want to reach heights, but too scared to fall. Too scared of failure, way more scared of feeling regret from not even trying. That's terrifying. I understand that chasing my goals, I bury my clocks because it take time. I gotta go, I already know. If I want to grow, you reap what you sow. That be the case, planting my seeds and water my base. Yeah, I made mistakes. Yeah, I know you grow in your garden, but watch for the snakes. The people that act like you crazy for trying to stay far away. They don't think it's possible. I think it's possible. That is just hate. Yeah, they hate themselves because they on the shelf while you create a life that you love. A life that you love. Yeah. Loving the fact you're improving yourself. Decided that you would not settle. Decided that you got the drive to do it. The road got bumping your foot on the pedal. You go up a level. You turn up whenever it's time for you to go put in that work. I know my worth. I know it ain't gonna be easy. Yeah, I know it hurt. One thing is for sure. Yeah. Until they put me in this earth. Before I ride in that hearse. I'm chasing my goals. I'm chasing my goals. Yeah. Loving the fact you're improving yourself. Decided that you would not settle. Decided that you got the drive to do it. The road got bumping your foot on the pedal. I'm chasing my goals. Back to another episode. Thank y'all so much for being here. If you are watching me on YouTube, go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. If you're listening on the podcast platform, please go ahead and leave me a review. These things help me out a whole lot. Also, please become a supporter of the show. You can choose the weekly amount. It can either be $3, $5, $8, or $10. You can cancel at any time, but why would you do that? But yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. First of all, I want to apologize to y'all for missing last week. It's been a crazy couple of weeks for me between planning a music video that I'm going to be shooting on June 2nd and my editing side hustle and working on that project and being in a show right now at Park Square Theater, plus planning and working on submitting for this big grant, plus preparing for another grant that I'm a finalist in. It's a grant for my music, and I made it to the third and final round. And that means I have a live 20-minute performance and a 15-minute interview for the grant panelists. And on top of that, me and Bobby, we couldn't connect this time around because we both got busy schedules. So no video this time, just audio. But the message is still good. And nonetheless, let's go ahead and jump in. And I'm really glad you're listening right now. I really am, because I want this episode to be an episode that lights a fire under your butt a little bit. I want it to be a reminder, right? A reminder that for you to start that thing. A reminder that why you need to start that thing, that goal you have, that vision you have for your life, that dream you want to come true. But at the end of the day, it's always for your benefit and something that you need to hear. And the first idea I want to introduce to you is the idea that you are being selfish if you don't go for it. If you don't go for those goals and dreams. And before we jump in, if this is your first time listening or you haven't heard me say this before, please share this podcast. If you like what I have to say, or if you know somebody who will benefit from hearing the things I have to talk about on here, please share it. And if you're new to me and you're just finding this podcast, I always say, this is not one of those podcasts where I tell you what to do because I have everything figured out and I quote unquote made it to the top. Nope, that's not what this is. I'm on this journey with you. The things I talk about on here are things that I'm doing right now, things that I'm implementing into my life and things that I'm working on too, and things that I have been finding success with. We're in this together. And I also want to say this, as humans, myself included, a lot of times, way too often, we are our worst critics. And what happens is we end up being the very thing that holds us back, the very thing that stands in our way from us getting to where we want to go. Time is now, not next week, not next month, not when you think you'll be less busy. It's right now that we need to take action. Action is what's going to give you clarity. Action gives you that feeling of accomplishment when you start to see some progress. Action leads to growth. And what I don't want for you, and myself included, is to get to the end of the road and have it be full of all the coulda, woulda, shouldas of what your life could be if you would have just built that life that you deserve. Now, I don't know exactly who all listen to this podcast, and I don't even need to know who you are personally to know that you deserve the life that you have been gifted that vision for. Those goals, those dreams, the vision you want to create, all those things are possible because you are the person who can make it happen. Nobody else has that exact same vision you have. Similar, maybe, but not exactly how you see it and exactly how you want it. This is in you because you are that person that can make it happen. But you just have to get out of your own damn way sometimes, most of the time. So let's get to it. So I saw a quote the other day, and I can't remember who it was from, but it stuck with me. And it said, "You honor the dream by doing the work." And I love that simple quote. I really do. You honor the dream by doing the work. This implies that we need to raise the necessity to how we show up for that dream. We got to stop making all the damn excuses of why we not showing up, why we not starting. All the excuses why we keep making of the time not being right. And by doing that, we're not honoring the dream. We get in our own way. And to honor it, we have to go get it. We have to put in the work. You have to do the work. No matter what the circumstances are, it doesn't matter what the circumstances are. If you don't do the work, you won't ever accomplish that dream. We have to figure out how to get it done. Doing the work has to be our highest priority. For example, if you have kids or a pet, you wouldn't say, "Oh, I'll feed them next week because right now I really want to finish this Netflix show." No. Why? Because not only is it a responsibility to keep your kids and your pets alive, but they're a priority in your life. And today I'm going to talk about this idea with you that is actually selfish if you don't go for it. Because there are people in your life that will benefit from it. And not just from a financial standpoint, but there are people who will see you and see that what you did is actually possible. That is living proof, living, breathing proof that it can be done. Maybe they look like you or identify with you or who you are. People in your family or your friends, younger folks like your nieces and your nephews, people looking up to you, right, who can benefit from seeing you do it. Sometimes the dream and that goal, it ain't just for us, it's for the other people around us to see. And by not taking that action, you're being selfish. Somebody out there needs to see you do what you do. It's the main reason why I do this podcast. I know that there are people out there that need to see me do this. They need to hear what I have to say. And I could let my frustrations and the challenges of it all make me say, you know what, to hell with this. I could throw in the towel. But there's going to be somebody out there that won't get what they need from me. And that's one of the main reasons why I do this. And like I said, you've been gifted the vision. And I truly believe that part of the exchange in life and the universe is for you to give back to the world by showing them that vision and giving them your vision, unless you take action and go for it by doing the work. And we really have to adapt this idea that we're being selfish to not go for it when we feel like we just don't have time. And look, there is a time and a place, right? We go through seasons when we go after goals, and certain seasons require a certain pace, right? Faster or slower, depending on where you are mentally and all the other moving parts you have going on in your world. But we have to acknowledge that we have full plates. We all have a lot on our plates. I know I damn sure do. And unfortunately, my plate is going to get even piled higher. I'll tell you more about that in a later episode. But we're all busy people. And the last thing added to a plate that's already full is usually the first thing that goes away when life gets crazy. I'm gonna say that again. The last thing added to a plate that's already full is usually the first thing that falls off the plate when life gets crazy. Hint, hint, New Year's resolutions, hobbies, workout goals, learning something new. We all been there, done that. But we have to realize this truth about us. When life starts to get hard, the thing you added to your plate last is probably going to fall off. Hell, life don't even have to get quote unquote hard. You just could lose discipline. You could just feel like not doing it. You could just not have it as high of a priority as it should be, as it truly needs to be. And the next thing you know, you're like, damn, I was supposed to be working on this thing. Now it's been days, weeks, months since I even thought about it. To see that this goal and these dreams I have that don't look like anybody else's are really damn important. We can't be selfish. Because if you really think about this idea that you have on your heart, let's say you know exactly what this idea is. Sometimes when we say we're going after something, what our dreams are, it might sound crazy to other people because they don't have the same vision as you. They can only give advice from their own experience. And let's be real, they might not be chasing their dreams at the levels you're chasing your dreams at. So you might be afraid to say it out loud because it'll sound crazy to them. And I want you to think about it like this. This dream was put inside you for a reason. It's not by accident. It is for you. Now, maybe you don't have everything you need at the moment to make it come to fruition, but you have to start. You at least have to have that mental spark about it right now. And right now is the perfect time to take action. Action so you can get some clarity. You ain't going to figure it out by sitting around and thinking about it. No, you just have to go. Literally. Plus, when you start taking that action, even if it's just a tiny little baby step in the right direction, it gives you some momentum. And that momentum will feel good. Like, okay, I did that. I can do this. Here we go. And then you just stack them days. You stack those wins and you keep going and going and going and going. And I know that the reason you're here, the kind of person you are, if you listen to a podcast like this, that means you truly want to make an impact. That really matters to you. And maybe you don't know exactly what to do right now, and maybe it keeps you up at night. Maybe it keeps you at work, and all these ideas just keep popping up in your head, or you see something that's a reminder of this vision you had, and you have a gut reaction to it. My question is, do you think that's in you by accident? Do you think that your resilience, all the curveballs life then threw at you, all the things you had to overcome in life, and especially if you tried to work on this dream before, and even though you're being stagnant right now, it's still there. Despite all the problems you had to navigate, do you think that resilience is inside you by accident? And if you're in a season right now where things are just really hard on multiple levels, first, I want to say that you are stronger than you think. You are stronger than what you think you are, and you will get through this. And two, this season is building that resilience. This only proves it even more that the vision you had and who you are, it proves that you're made for this. Even when it feels like you're dropping the ball and even if it feels like you're dropping the ball, you are still handling this. And even when you get that gut feeling, and I definitely get this gut feeling, right? This gut feeling or this feeling in the back of our mind, this uncomfortable feeling when the idea keeps popping back up in your head and the feeling is uncomfortable because you know that you have this dream and you know you can be doing more. You could be doing more. You could be doing better when it comes to truly applying yourself, right? You ever get that feeling? It's almost like guilt, right? But guess what? That feeling should be looked at as a gift because it really is. Instead of it being a negative feeling, you should shift your focus and use it as fuel because that feeling is what separates you from other folks who don't have a vision. And if they do have the vision, what they don't have is the desire to go after it. And that feeling, that gut feeling is in your gut or in the back of your head because it knows that you want to do better. Like I always say on here, the majority of the folks you know will never work on themselves like this, even when they know they need to. And that feeling is wanting you to push yourself. It almost feels like guilt because you know you're better than the lack of actions you've been taking. But you have to do it. You have to be the one to use this as fuel. And sometimes that feeling can cause what's called paralysis by analysis, meaning you have so much in your head, you want to do so much, you're not sure where to start, which step to take first, and you're analyzing and you're thinking about it. And when it comes time to actually take the action, you don't take any action because you can't. Not because you can't physically do it, but because mentally you just can't take that step and you get paralyzed. You just sit there when you know you need to be taking action and doing things and working on that project. And you know you have all these steps and you just think and think and think and think and you're trying to figure out what to do first. And eventually you look up and all this time has gone by and you haven't even started. But guess what? You can still use this as a fuel. You can still use this as a fuel because the thoughts are still there. And that's the gift. You have it all in your head. You just got to do it. Understand that most folks don't even have that in their heads. They really don't. But we can't let it paralyze us. So go ahead and start to write things down and figure it out on pen and paper. But don't make the mistake of letting that take a whole bunch of time because you'll end up back at step one and not taking any actual action, right? But then once you write it down, you have to take action right away. All those thoughts in your head is your gift. Use them. It's a gift. And if you don't show up for yourself and figure out how to solve this thing, there are folks out there who won't get to see somebody like you do it. Because think about it, most people don't dream or have big goals and dreams, and even fewer of them take any action at all. So what if this dream that's inside you and this willingness to do things like listen to a podcast and work on yourself and take steps towards something that you've never done before, what if your willingness to do all this is because you're supposed to make it happen? That you are supposed to make it happen. That is what's meant to be. You honor your dreams by doing the work. Understand that the struggle is a part of it. Feeling like you're lost, That's a part of it. And I only post my highlights, right? My accomplishments, the projects, the accolades. And people always tell me how they see me doing my thing or making big moves. And I'm realizing, that it could come across like I have it all together. Like I don't ever struggle. Like I know what I'm doing at all times. When in reality, that's not the case at all. I feel lost. I feel like I don't know what to do next. I get paralysis by analysis often. I get overwhelmed. I mess up. I feel like I'm not doing enough. I compare myself, even though I know I should not be comparing myself to other people, because it's hard as hell not to compare yourself to other people. And I'm working on it and getting better at that. And I feel like I'm not where I should be. I'm just like everybody else. All of us go through at least some of these things. And understand this. This is normal. This is part of the process. This is part of the journey. This is necessary. We have to go through these stages. And by working on these things and being consistent and showing up for yourself when you're working on these things and going after goals and taking steps in the right direction and picking yourself up when you fall, all of this is grooming you. It's turning you into that person who is somebody that accomplishes those dreams. We have to become that person. And this is part of that process. But you have to take the action. Otherwise, you won't become the person who accomplishes those things that you want to accomplish. And I want you to really think about that. And like I always say, I'm on this journey with you, and I truly want you to grow. And I will be taking these steps right with you. So that's what I got for you today. If you like this episode, please share it with somebody that can benefit from this, somebody who is a friend or a family member, somebody who has goals and is trying to improve their lives. And I got some new music for y'all today. Not sure when I'm going to release this one, but y'all will always get whatever I got going on first. And this song is kind of different from anything I've ever done, and I'm curious to see if y'all like it or not. The name of the song is called Miss Your Chance. Let's ride out.
I suddenly became hyper aware of my body.
I don't know what music that is.
That music is all they have.
You want me to turn it up?
And this one is my theme song. Might take it back to the 2000s and make this one my ringtone. I disappeared, they was looking for me. They couldn't find me like Nemo. But I'm popping out tonight. Wanna see me dish your chains? I'm about to hit my dance like, yeah. I'm about to take this shot like, yeah. I'm about to take this pic like, yeah. I'm about to do me like, yeah. You better not miss your chance. Yeah. I heard you was looking for me. Here I am. You better not miss your chance. Yeah. I heard you was looking for me. Here I am. You better not miss your chance. Girl, you so dope to me. Like in them pictures on IG, I feel like you pose for me. But this ain't the gram. You in my space. I love when you close to me. And your body language got manners. Love how it spoke to me. That's how it's supposed to be. We look so fly right now. Feel like I'm in a whole nother time zone. I feel like I'm overseas and I need bread, I need cheese. I ain't talking about groceries. Last year was so old to me. I know they've been waiting on my new shit like potpourri. Don't worry, won't be long. Cause this one is my theme song. Might take it back to the 2000s and make this one my ringtone. I disappeared, they was looking for me. They couldn't find me like Nemo. But I'm popping out tonight. Wanna see me dish your chance? I'm about to hit my dance like, yeah. I'm about to take this shot like, yeah. I'm about to take this pic like, yeah. I'm about to do me like, yeah. You better not miss your chance. Yeah. I heard you was looking for me. Here I am. You better not miss your chance. Yeah. I heard you was looking for me. Here I am. You better not miss your chance. Yeah, I be so smooth on the beat. I be that dude your dude wanna be. I be so cool, yo cool feel like heat. And it's my summer. You go watch me go on the high street like news on the beach. I'm on the wave, I'm through with the beach. Been on the wave, left you with the beach. And I'm still hot. No, I didn't drop my flame. Just had a lot on my brain, so I got ghosts. Just know a lot done changed. No, I am not the same. It's not even close. And I feel like I deserve it, cause practice make perfect. I know I sound like a coach. I know I'm climbing a mountain. That's how I know I'm a go. Don't make me boast. Cause this one is my theme song. Might take it back to the 2000s and make this one my ringtone. I disappeared, they was looking for me. They couldn't find me like Nemo. But I'm popping up tonight. Wanna see me dish your chance? I'm about to hit my dance like, yeah. I'm about to take this shot like, yeah. I'm about to take this pic like, yeah. I'm about to do me like,